Good afternoon.
Turn my volume up. Mic volume up.
Should be good. We tested it out.
It's too loud.
That's not
No, we're using the mic.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field for today's non-conference NCAA men's soccer game featuring the Cougars of Medgar Evers College and your Gothic Knights of New Jersey City University. Your referee today is Saverio Amato. Assistant referees are John Evans and Manny Tirani. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for visiting Medgar Evers, they enter with a record of 1-3-0 overall, members of the CUNYAC Conference. In goal, a sophomore from Jeremy Haiti, number 35, Carl Henry Obeisant. The field players, a sophomore back from Mujibo, Burkina Faso, number 2, Hassan Nyampa. A senior back from Kingston, Jamaica, number 3, Jordan Coke. A senior forward from Sierra Leone, number 5, Abdul Kante. A senior forward from Fort Moore, Jamaica, number 7, Daryl Ambersley. A junior forward from Georgetown, Guyana, number 10, Abdul Edwards. A freshman back from New York, New York, number 16, Ibrahima Bai. A freshman midfielder from Lima, Peru, number 20, Sebastian Arias. A senior back from St. Louis, Senegal, number 21, Papa Sam. A freshman midfielder from Famambi, Haiti, number 23, Kenlo Belazaire. And a freshman forward from Lagos, Nigeria, number 24, Ayodele Ibakunle. The head coach for Medgar Evers in his 9th season is Jack Aluzma. Assistant coaches are Carmen Screen and Johnny Singville. And now let's meet the starting 11 for your unbeaten Gothic Knights of New Jersey City University. And in today's game, 6 wins, no losses, no ties. Starting goal, a junior from Jersey City, number 0, Alehir Kazoon. A sophomore midfielder from Bayonne, New Jersey, number 2, Orlando Alcantara. A junior back from Fairview, New Jersey, number 5, Nelson Segovia. A senior back from Montclair, New Jersey, number 6, Ron Jones. A senior midfielder from Montclair, New Jersey, number 7, Coach Shane Marshall. A freshman back from Kearney, New Jersey, number 8, João Fernandez. A senior midfielder from Hackensack, New Jersey. He is the NCAA Division III National Player of the Week, number 10, Joe Burgos. A sophomore forward from Blairstown, New Jersey, number 11, Edric DePaula. A sophomore midfielder from Jersey City, number 14, Edwin Hernandez. A sophomore midfielder from East Orange, New Jersey, number 16, Samuel Ansa. And a junior back from South River, New Jersey, number 32, Ryan Farrell. The head coach for the Gothic Knights in his 4th season is Joe Colin. Assistant coaches are Michael Rudden, Dan Hernandez, Josh Coaches, Christopher Segovia, and Brian Rodriguez. Your NJCU captains for 2019 are Michael Almeida, Joe Burgos, Ryan Farrell, Ron Jones, and Coach Shane Marshall. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise and join both schools as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Now it's time for some Gothic Night Soccer. Fans, the NCAA, ECAC, New Jersey Athletic Conference, and New Jersey City University promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, staff, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racist or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or spectators, as well as public intoxication, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the Thomas M. Garrity Athletic Complex and other disciplinary actions. Fans, please pick up a copy of today's Gothic Game.
And welcome to Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field here on the campus of NJCU. They take on Medgar Evers, coming in here 7-0, looking to improve, actually 7-0, looking to improve and be in one of their best records, first time in 4 years. I'm joined alongside Paul Tanaselli. I'm John Kelly Jr. Medgar Evers comes in off a 3-0 win against St. Joe's Brooklyn, and they'll need a lot of help in that from their goaltender, Carl Henry Obeson, today, as this Gothic Knights squad jumped all over Pratt in that 9-1 win, and especially in the second half down the stretch. Joe Burgos comes off a 2-goal game. He was named Regional Player of the Week in Division 3, National Player of the Week in Division 3. Second in school history, first field position player overall, Joe Burgos, to get that. Now Coach Shane Marshall drawing on the right side. Offensively for Medgar Evers, Daryl Embersley, Jonathan Kanta, Abdul Edwards, Adyami Andanihi. All the keys to getting Medgar Evers the scoring. Had a play and a throw in here for the Gothic Knights. As Hernandez delivers it now for Burgos. Burgos is the team leader coming in points with 17, 6 goals. Also was NJAC Player of the Week, an 11-point week last week for him, as he will stand around that orange ball on a free kick opportunity and leave it now for Edwin Hernandez. Balanced goal scoring too by NJCU. 8 different goal scorers in that 9-1 win against Pratt. Now Edwin Hernandez gives the hand up, ready to fire in on the free kick. Bends towards the scoring area, headed around, loose ball, opportunity. Coach Shane Marshall battling, foul inside. We'll see who they call it on. It'll be NJCU. Has 43-14 to go here in the first half. Paul Tanaselli is my producer and director with cut hair now. Didn't notice them when I came in, as NJCU try to move to 8-0 overall this year. Best start since 2016. Just the second check that home game for them. 1-0 at home. Defeated Yeshiva here 5-0. They've played 2 neutral site games, 2-0, 3-0 away. And a team that has played great defense. Just 2 goals allowed so far this season. Opened up with 2 back-to-back shutouts. Here for head coach Joe Cullen in his 4th season. Jack Faluzma in his first year, for 9th year for Medgar Evers. And it will be a free kick opportunity here for NJCU. They try to break through. Led 2-0 after the first half of their last matchup against Pratt on September 11th. The men's soccer team wore ceremonial jerseys to honor that day. Played at Randall's Island and dominated. As Fernandez of send away. Goalie comes out, has trouble, and able to scoop it up. And Obasen now will send away. Goaltending was huge down the stretch for Medgar Evers in that 3-0 win against St. Joe's Brooklyn. As St. Joe's Brooklyn fired a lot of shots down the stretch, try to break through, but Medgar Evers was able to come away with that win. Win number 1 for them on the year. First shutout since 2017 for them, when they knocked off York 4-0. Foul called against NJCU. And a free kick now for Medgar Evers. Trying to improve last year on a 1-12-7 overall record. Of course, Medgar Evers could have had a 4th, as Anandhi actually, one of his goals disallowed on an offsides in the 20th minute of that last game in a win against St. Joe's Brooklyn. Cougars trying to mount an attack. Now it's Conte. Into the scoring area. Goes out into the attacking third. Out of play. And Medgar Evers will have the throw-in. Hassan Nayampa from Burkina Faso. They throw it in, then it goes over the goal line, and a goal kick now for NJCU. Aldahir Kuzan, he opened up with 2 straight shutouts. Last year, 2 double-digit save games. He's been great in net, of course, with NJCU. Over a +10 margin, out shooting their opponents. Been easy, but when he's been called upon, been solid to start this season. His team's 7-0. Hernandez try to break it up, goes into the penalty box area. And sent away by the Gothic Knights. Got to watch out as well for Edric DePaul on this Gothic Knights scoring squad. 4 goals this year. Got his first career hat trick on the road against Centenary College. That was his first multi-goal game of his career. As Burgos works it back for Hernandez. 39:48 to go here in the first half on NJCU Gothic Vision. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon as the Gothic Knights trying to remain perfect this year. Excellent start to the 2019 campaign. We mentioned 8 different goal scorers the last game. It was Theo Sano or bust last year. This year, the Gothic Knights with several players that can light it up. Two had their first career goal last game in Gene Posados and Samuel Ansah. As a foul, the clock will stop, and we'll see if there's a card with 39:18 to go here in the first half. So a yellow card has been issued.
Your attention, please. The referee has issued a yellow card to NJCU number 11, Edric DePaula, coming in the 6th minute.
So DePaula with the yellow card. Had one also against Marywood. 16 starts for the sophomore from Newark, New Jersey. The clock going to start, and off the free kick, Medgar Evers. That one goes in. Kazoon able to kick away and out. So a throw in now for Medgar Evers. Cougars trying to find some goal scoring. It's nice to see 3 the last game. And struggled out of the gate. That one kicked far side and out by Mike Segovia. Really key to that back line for this NJCU squad. They've been stalwart to start this year. Ballooned into the penalty box there, headed away by Ansah. That shot shanked, and Marshall able to balloon left wing side out, and it'll be a throw in again here for Medgar Evers. Wind starting to pick up outside. Jordan Koch throws it in the attacking third. Medgar Evers, that opportunity, comes to the near side. Good breakup by Hernandez, working that back line, and able to work up to Marshall. He got fouled, so that should be an NJCU free kick, and will be. As Fernandez the fire away. 3 shots against Albright, 6 on the year coming in, a shot against Marywood. The youth also really helping out this NJCU squad through this 7-0 start. So wait here on the free kick. And set away by Fernandez. Burgos trying to box out, gets nice position. That one kicked out of play, and it went off a Medgar Evers player. Throw it now for NJCU. Smart heads-up play by Hernandez, fires right in. Alcantara to Marshall. Nice move in the attacking third. Top of the 18, crosses, looking for DePaula. Try to battle for the ball. Farrell over to Marshall. Getting it out wide. Alcantara crosses on in. And it's scooped by Obeson, and he will punt away for Medgar Evers. Obeson with 36:48 to go here in the first half of this one. Medgar Evers try to make it back-to-back wins. Gothic Knights out to a great start this season. As Burgos, nice move by Joe. Joe fires. No, he actually crosses it. Thought he was going to shoot it. Got too excited as that one cleared out on the near side. And a throw it upcoming for the Gothic Knights. Why not get excited? Burgos 11 points last week, 4 goals, 3 assists. Got him NJAC Player of the Week. The first ever position player to get Division III National Player of the Week in NJCU history, second all time. And it'll be a throw it upcoming for Hassan Nyampa. Next with Abdul Edwards. One of those goal scorers from the last game, tried to start on the attack. JCU tried to come back. Farrell tried to break it up. He's had some strong outings as well. And this, of course, a good start for Medgar Evers. NJCU has scored early in some matchups this year. Both teams try to feel each other out. Edwards going wide, and that pass too far for Jordan Koch. It'll be a throw-in for NJCU. They won this matchup 3-0 last year, outshooting Medgar Evers 15-4, 13-1 all time. This is the 15th meeting. NJCU with a 74-9 goal difference in this series. Had a plus 16 goal differential through the first 4 games. Just a much different team this year. And with Burgos' play, a lot of fun to watch. They get in the end jack play. Now Ansa in a race with Koch. That one's sent wide. Medgar Evers trying to get something going. They have a pressing type game. That's what they like to do. That's how they attacked St. Joe's Brooklyn. And they'll try to go the long go ball, but Kazoon were able to read that, and he will punt on away. 5-0 this year, a .36 goals against average. As Koch breaks that down. Ansa towards the middle, wind picking up. Now it's Ambersley. Ambersley led this team in goals last year with 5 and points with 10. As Medgar Evers looking for back-to-back wins. Most of the team coming back. They lost their team captain, Erwin Pierre-Louis, last year. They'll try to get their first ever win against NJCU in a long time. Just one win in this series. This is the 15th meeting. Now Burgos try to create to Farrell. The big guy connects with DePaula. That one cleared away. On the foot of Hernandez to the middle. Alcantara can't get to it. Ambersley worked it away. Now he gets it in the middle. Nicely pursued by Coshane Marshall. Works off his physicality. The middle Alcantara. Now a counter attack begun by NJCU. Still have yet to see a definitive shot by either squad as that one fired too far. That'll be a throw-in for Medgar Evers here in half number 1. Edwards heads that out, so a throw-in now for NJCU. Medgar Evers trying on the counterattack. Alcantara, so important to the midfield here. Really deep in that midfield. He goes up. Really key to the attack as Burgos taken down. Goes out of play. It should be a throw-in for NJCU. Foul against Medgar Evers. So they'll actually give it a free kick, and Burgos to let it go. .14 to go, set things up. 2 goals, 4 points last game. 19 shots over his last 4 as he crosses on it, headed away. But Ansa out to retreat. Fires it back in, and that's just on the foot of the goaltender, and he will now send away for Medgar Evers. Still no shots. We're scoreless. Paul Tanaselli, John Kelly Jr. Here in the first half. Of course, the second half, an area where NJCU has just been dominant. They just have imposed their will, did it against Yeshiva. And, of course, Pratt, they exploded in that early part of the second half. Now Medgar Evers try to break through with our first shot. Ambersley fires that block by Ansa. Nice work. Kanta, top of the 18. That one worked out wide. Hernandez able to shoulder that one out. Alcantara gets it wide. To the middle. Zaire. Out to Bai. Now coming away. Here's a chance for Ansa. Ansa, one-on-one, gets by. Ansa on the breakaway, taken down, top of the 18. And the clock will stop. So we're going to get a yellow card out. We'll see who it's whistled to. Ansa.
Your attention, please.
Had
the
5 shots, 2 on goal last game. He was tied first last year with 3 assists.
Number 23, Kenlo Belazaire.
And Belazaire will have the first foul here, the 15th minute, the first card for Medgar Evers. DePaula had the first card for NJCU. So 2 yellow cards total, 1 for each squad. Paula has really started to get going here offensively. 6 shots against St. Joe's Long Island. He put up 10 in that 5-0 win against Yeshiva. Season high for him. And now on the free kick, trying to break through. He fires low, that blocked. A shot deflected, and just goes wide. As Ron Jones for Montclair, New Jersey, welcome back. Thought we saw him here in the press box a couple days ago. It was someone else, but he proves it on the field. First corner, now for NJCU. Dominated the corners at 6 of the 7 last year.
Number 10, Joe Burgos.
And Burgos will have the corner. Burgos with 2 multi-goal games this year, a hat trick against Albright. And in that game against Albright, all 3 in the second half as he balloons that in. Header, save! So the first shot on the head, and Obasen took care of business. So first shot for NJCU, and now a counter coming for Medgar Evers. Some contact on the left wing. Smart referee lets it go. Hernandez fires that one looking for DePaula. There's a Hungarian kick pass to Gaucher Marshall, but that one was read nicely. Quintera had that broken up. Hernandez over to Burgos. DePaula. Dancing around, tiptoeing on that line at Burgos. Gets fouled, so a free kick upcoming. Really nice save. Obasen before he made some massive saves down the stretch to preserve that shutout. First one since 2017 for Medgar Evers, where they beat York 4-0. As Hernandez, low bend. That one cleared away by Belazar. Burgos couldn't get to it. And goes out of play, and now a throw-in for Medgar Evers. Cougars trying to break through their first shot. 28:51 to go here in the first half of this one. Hernandez works that one away. Marshall out to Burgos. Burgos, nice move. Has some space, puts it out wide. Ron Jones on it, the Montclair product. A couple years ago led this, tops on this team in goals. Good to see him back from a year that he missed via injury. So crucial, this offense, and good on that back line as Konta played it away from him. Throw in now for NJCU. On the thrower, that one headed away. Sent back by Koch. Segovia heads that. Inside to the middle to Burgos. Burgos is going to see defense all around him as Segovia, nice job to physically work it. Now DePaula on the attack with numbers, works it into the middle. Has Alcantara wide. The sign to go on a through ball for Marshall. That one read nicely by the back line of the Cougars. Arias, that one stolen by DePaula. He gets taken down. Some fancy work. Try to move by the Empa. No call, but throw in for JCU. Nice heads-up work as Marshall with the attacking third. Gets possession. Jersey being held. Marshall, nice slide tackle by Niempa, able to work it, and it goes over the back line. No, it stays on it. And now Arias will look to clear. Eddie will. So great job on that back line by Niempa. Sophomore D from Burkina Faso. Alcantara try to break through. Played off a Medgar Evers player. DePaula fires left-footed, and that's saved. So 2 shots all by NJCU. And it's still scoreless, 26:51 to go here in half number 1. 7-0 record, the 15th meeting between both of these squads as Med try to go to 8-0 on the year. John Kelly Jr. here on the call. Paul Tanaselli, good to have him back, my producer and director. And now Medgar Evers. Ambersley rolls one, and that one will be scooped up. We'll see if they give a shot to Kazoon. So they'll give him the shot. And the save. So he'll be able to fire it on away. Sometimes you don't know when a shot is rolled to. His 13th save, tops on the team, and DePaula trying to break through. But Ansah a little too quick, thought DePaula would have been there, and he would have been offsides. So, will be kicked away by Oysen. Comes back and scooped up here by Oysen from Haiti, sophomore goaltender, and there'll be a throw it now for JCU. Now we will have a substitution coming in.
For the Gothic Knights. Entering the game will be number 4, Oscar Perez, replacing number 16, Samuel Ansa. Substitution in the 20th minute.
That one fired by Burgos over the cage. And will be a goal kick for Medgar Evers. So shots are 6-2. Favor of JCU. Their last opponent dominated, outshot Pratt 34-2. Just 2 goals allowed this year. And they've really taken it to their opponents right off the bat. As Oscar Perez now in, talented freshman midfielder. Very technical midfielder. Likes to attack, very similar to the build of what Orlando Alcantara brings to that midfield. And that also sets up your offense as Jones now fires in. Ball tries to settle down. Koch puts it to the middle. Edwards trying to break away. Nice breakup by the big man, Rob Farrell. No foul called. Fans thought it was. Zibakunle working it to Arias. Hernandez, nice read. And it comes up for Burgos. Burgos pushing ahead. Try to go to DePaula. Hit Koch in the face. And touched his hand as well. Free kick upcoming for JCU. So Ansah on the free kick. Goes to the left foot. Farrell heads it just wide. But they'll give offside, so the shot will not count with 23:14 to go. And it'll be a goal kick now for Medgar Evers. Now on the foot of Koshade Marshall. Alcantara takes away to Burgos. Burgos trying to get by. Joe does. But great job to back that one up by Belazar. And Oysen will send it on the foot of Koshane Marshall. Very active this year, Koshane. He goes to the middle. And Medgar Evers guy taken down, so foul called. And it'll be a free kick. Koshane Marshall with the foul. Koshane, 3 shots last game. He had the game-winning goal against Marywood, and that, of course, came in the 58th minute off a throw-in as Koch on the free kick. Jones heads that back. Plenty of space for Joe Burgos to operate. Stops, plants, goes across. Here's Oscar Perez trying to go to DePaula. He's getting frustrated. Just a miscommunication. Perez take it down. And we'll see what the officials say. Don't know if the official has signaled a clock change, a clock stoppage, as JCU is looking for something. So Farrell whistled for the foul. Fans not happy with that. It'll be a free kick for Medgar Evers upcoming. So Koch will kick away. Jamaican-born product firing. One headed up. Jones heads that one out. And it'll be a throw-in for Medgar Evers. Great to have Ron Jones back in this lineup this year. Game-winning goal against St. Joe's. He had the opening goal. That was just 158 into that game. As a freshman, 5 goals, led the team. Has some danger there in the penalty box area. Marshall comes to it wide, and JCU to begin their counterattack. Burgos. Arias is watching him. Up ahead for Alcantara. Works by one. Farrell. Try to go to DePaula. Excellent read defensively by Sam. Hernandez threw it into a pair of heads of Medgar Evers. Worked up ahead for Marshall. Marshall in the attacking third. Marshall putting on the accelerator. Crosses. But several Cougars there, and it will be cleared away by Bye. Farrell gets a left foot on it and keep the attack. 19:58 to go here in the first half. Oscar Perez. DePaula. I want to take it away from him. Ambersley couldn't get to it. Last year's leader in goals with 4. Recorded a goal in 4 of 9 games for the Cougars a season ago. As Fernandez was trying to move ahead, lost control, ball got stuck under his foot. Zibakunle tried to move forward. Nice recovery by Fernandez, goes out. And it'll be a throw-in for Medgar Evers. So scoreless first half, as JCU with 6 of the 8 total shots. Obaset with 3 saves. Gazud with 1. Obaset, nice save on a header earlier here in that first half on a corner. As NJCU, again, another key factor, able to dominate those corners. They only have 1 in this one. 8 of the 10 in their last matchup, and a dominant 9-1 win against Pratt. Burgos trying to jump over and a leapfrog over Belazar. Could not. Be a free kick, and see if NJCU can get one late. The thing about the Gothic Knights, but able to keep their foot on the accelerator from the start of the year. Last year began 3-0. This year 7-0, trying to go to 8-0. Team with a lot more scoring, a lot more depth this year, and health. What are the key factors in that category? That will kick to the near side by Belazar, out, and a throw-in now for Edwin Hernandez. Try to go to DePaula. That touches knee last. Official didn't see it, so he'll throw it on in. Edric got a goal and 3 points in that 9-1 win against Pratt. Second with 6 goals, 13 points last year. He's 1 point away from equaling last year's mark. Trying to bend it on in. Good job to deny by the Cougars. Marshall trying to shield his body to it. Out to Hernandez. Bends it towards the 18. Headed away by Bye. Comes on the foot of Conte, and he will send away. Hernandez. Right foot on up the near side, looking for Marshall. Looked like he was held. DePaula to it. Going for Marshall. Cochane. Lost control. Throw in. As he had thought that was touched by Hassan Yempa, but the official did not agree, so a throw in for the Cougars. Farrell. Good job to chest that one. Left foot's one up for Marshall. He's one-on-one race is crucial. Nice settle down by DePaula. To Burgos. But had that one get away from him as Alcantara threw that off ahead of Conti, and finally that one kicked up wide. As Noggins being registered here, does Sam able to clear that? That one out, throw in for Medgar Evers as we close in on 16:53. We go here in the first half. Paul Tanaselli, John Kelly Jr. As JCU trying to go to 2-0 at home. They've won 2 neutral site games. Been good on the road, 3-0. They won on the road against Pratt 9-1 before this matchup. Their home win against Yeshiva. That was last week. And able to get out on their opponents. Though this game, Medgar Evers so far been tight. Defensively been strong in their back line. And JCU has had their chances. More or less something that you have to like here if you're head coach Joe Cullett is the fact that your team can explode in the second half. They put teams away this year. That'll be crucial against the likes of Montclair State Rutgers Newark, William Patterson this year as Farrell heads that one up in the air. Alcantara could get to it. Burgos trying to reach that. Marshall, good job the shield. And here comes Coach Shane Marshall, accelerator on. Try to bend, going for DePaula. That one headed. Good read by Burgos. Has a man wide. Deploys it to Perez. Good breakup. But it comes to Farrell. Attack now on for NJCU. Burgos looking for DePaula. Too far. And Oibazet will settle it and then kick away for this Medgar Evers squad. Ambersley, nice slide tackle provided by Segovia. Worked up. DePaula, offside flag is on as he fires. Goes into the net, goal and shot will not count. So a free kick upcoming for Medgar Evers. As DePaula last year, 16 starts. 21 of his shots against the NJAC. He had 6 multi-point games last season. The man who can kick with 2 feet, a criminal justice major. Got a major tying goal last year late. He can score late against William Patterson. That was in the home NJAC opener last year that ended in OT. Mount St. Vincent comes here on Monday, and Ramapo, the first conference opener, on Saturday of next week, September 21st. Free kick for NJCU. Fernandez the send away. Balloons looking for Farrell. Heads it up. Head a little further, top of the 18, it's Marshall into the attacking third, one-on-one, Cochade. A nice job to send that away from Baidiep, but love what he's done on that back line. As well, have a substitution coming in for NJCU.
Entering the game for the Gothic Knights will be number 19, Edgar Crespo, replacing number 11, Edric DePaula.
So Edric DePaula will step off.
Substitution for the Knights coming in the 32nd minute.
And this sub coming in the 32nd minute. So DePaula will step off for a little bit. Can the Knights get one late? That one headed on out. 13:05 to go first half, and Rod Jones will provide the throw-in. He had 3 games with 4+ shots as a freshman. Third with 29 to finish the year. Had a game-winning goal. Was great to have him back last year. Just wasn't healthy, couldn't play the season. That's going to help on that back line. Marshall's cross unsuccessful, but the good news is it hit the foot of Belazar, and we will have another corner now for NJCU, their second of this match. Paul Tanaselli, my producer and director,
number 10, Joe
with
Burgos.
freshly cut hair. I'm John Kelly Jr. as NJCU trying to break through. Burgos will let it fly on the corner. Former St. Benedict's prep star bends, header, just wide. So Marshall going to get credited with a shot, but it goes wide. Goal kick for Medgar Evers. And Oibazet will send it away. Marshall came into this one third with 14 shots and points with 7, assists with 3. His games really picked up to start the first 7 games of this year. As Edwards pops that up. Headed up again, and a pop-up by Jones. And now Arias comes to it with some space. Could the Cougars break through here in the first half? As that one for Ambersley too far, and scooped up by Alihir Kazuda. He will send it away. Waiting, holding down. Shot 7-2 in favor of NJCU. 15th meeting between both of these squads. Perez. He got pushed by Koch, and that will be a free kick upcoming for NJCU. Fernandez works it in. Perez settles it down, goes to the left foot, and just shanks it wide. So he'll get credited with another shot, 8 for NJCU, and it'll be a goal kick for Medgar Evers. NJCU last game got a plethora of players get their foot on the ball with a shot. 13 different NJCU players had a shot last game. All 25 on the roster saw action. And that's a potential to see today. But so far, the Cougars have hung around and made NJCU earn their opportunities as Farrell was looking up ahead. As Edgar Crespo couldn't get to it. Now he's in pursuit on by. Koch trying to clear away. Crespo had 2 assists, a goal, and 4 points last game. Burgos try to get one late, looking at Crespo. It comes on out. Arias breaks it up. Try to get by Alcantara. Burgos in there to take away. Now to Crespo, top of the 18. Looking to Burgos. Joe. Out to Perez, top of the 18. Alcantara deploys. That one just over the cage, and I think Oibison got a piece of that. But while we see players walking back, looks like they'll make it a goal kick. I thought he had gotten a piece of that. Best chance we have seen so far at Alcantara was just a hair from sneaking it under the crossbar and in for our first goal. Oscar Perez comes away. Nice job by Oscar. Oh, look at the speed from the freshman midi. Working on Koch. Gets it to the attacking third. Has Crespo if he can get it by. Koch giving him a challenge. Now he tries to work, tiptoe the goal line. And foul going to be whistled. Gets Medgar Evers. So 8:51 to go. We should have a free kick opportunity here for the Gothic Knights. Alcantara came inches close to opening the scoring. And Ron Jones will be your free kicker. A Montclair, New Jersey product. We're late. Try to help get the first goal. Crespo's foot couldn't get to it on the cross. It was solid by Jones, just couldn't get to it, but now Ron back to it, attacking third. Ben's left-footed. That went over the head of Marshall. And it'll be settled down by Belazar, and he'll look to clear. The Impa. Crespo heads it to Segovia. To Burgos, that one slid away by Bai. Read that pass beautifully. Now a counter from Medgar Evers, but stopped by Fernandez. And Medgar Evers and Conte comes back to it. Up ahead. Big opportunity for Abdul Edwards in the attacking third. They take it away from him by Fernandez. To Farrell. Chips up ahead to Oscar Perez. Excellent ball. Here comes the counter. Right back by NJCU late. Perez. Alcantara. Try to go to Crespo. And Oibison will scoop it up as 7:28 to go. And he'll decide who he wants to get it out to here. First half, John Kelly Jr., Paul Tanaselli, my producer and director. Glad to have him back on. Glad to have you here today as NJCU try to go to 8-0 on the season. And we will have another substitution coming in. And Coach Shane Marshall will step off.
For NJCU.
And Kevin Alvarez will come on.
Entering the game for the Knights will be number 23, Kevin Alvarez. Replacing number 10, Joe Burgos.
Let's see if some of the substitutions can make something happen. As Hernandez.
Substitution in the 38th minute for the Gothic Knights.
Benz looking for Crespo. Heads it. That just wide. That was a nice bend by Hernandez. Excellent creative passing here from your midfielders of NJCU. You wonder why so many chances are available each and every game. And that one very close. Edgar Crespo off of a goal and 2 assists last game. Good start for him. 2 goals for the freshman from Bayonne, New Jersey. Not too far. If you get out of here, get on 440. Cut around. Now Perez. Love the speed we see out of him. As just 6:07 to go. Jones. Into the middle. Good read by Koch. Farrell tried to push ahead. Koch wouldn't let him. Jones provides another left foot. Koch stopped that, threw it off Perez. And a throw in now for Medgar Evers. Just 2 shots for the Cougars in half number 1. Trying to get one late is Ambersley. He's their go-to goal scorer. And tie up just over midfield as Jones will get up. Medgar Evers player looks like Koch is down. So referee going to signal timeout. We'll stop the clock here, 5:29. He'll be 10-2, and we'll take a break. NJCU and Medgar Evers scoreless here on NJCU Gothic Vision. And we're out of the injury timeout. So I have a free kick by Hernandez. John Kelly Jr. alongside Paul Tadaselli. As NJCU try to move to 2-0 here at home. Stay perfect, 7-0 coming in. Team that lost just 2 seniors from last year. Hernandez comes on the foot of Farrell, but he couldn't settle it down for a shot. Now Alvarez in the attacking third. As the Imp able to slide that one out. So a throw in for NJCU. Can they score late? With 10 of the 12 total shots here at half number 1. 74-9 goal differential against Medgar Evers. As Rod Jones looked to provide a throw in. That's how Coach Shane Marshall got a game-winning goal this year. Could one happen here to break through? Jones left foots one off of a Medgar Evers player. And we will have a corner kick upcoming for NJCU, and that will be their 3rd of the match.
Taking the corner kick for the Gothic Knights will be number 2, Orlando Alcantara.
Orlando Alcantara will let it fly. Came in here for Monmouth University, the finance major, to let it go. 3-time all-conference at Bayonne High School. Balloons in. Loose. Crespo couldn't tee it up. Now he does. Blocked. Can Crespo do it again? No. So 2 blocked shots. Alvarez and Crespo couldn't break through as Ambersley knocked that one away from Perez. And it will be a throw-in for NJCU as 4:03 remaining here in the first half. Marshall. Perez gets it back. And to Marshall. Nice ball. Good work here as Alcantara to Hernandez. Going to Alvarez. Niempa able to read that one. Hernandez try to push further. Niempa, nice breakup. Edwards gets it wide. Arias try to start the counterattack for the Cougars. Too far on that pass. And so Govia will leave it for Kazoon. Over now to Fernandez. Alcantara. Out for Hernandez. Balloons looking for Alvarez. Try to get there to foot race. Does. Crosses. Perez blocked! Oh, that would have been a highlight reel. Koch with a huge block. What a feed by Alvarez. Out to Crespo, top of the 18. Leaves Alcantara. Balloons! That one blocked. In the attacking third. Now here comes NJCU trying to impose their will. Oscar Perez. Out to Jones. And that one broken up as Conte looking up ahead. Could not connect with Ibukudle. And NJCU will settle down and reset on offense. Some great opportunities before. Try to break through the Gothic Knights. In the 43rd minute. As Jones try to go to Crespo. Offside flag was up. And it'll be offside on NJCU. Free kick upcoming for Medgar Evers. As 2:14 to go. And official's going to sure what happened on the field as Joe Cohen tries to give some instructions out. 4th year, graduated Montclair State University, that one of the top teams in the Ed Jack this year. Just looking for consistency this year with his team. Last year we're 5-2 through their first 7. Played a lot of close games, and winning those this year will guarantee a playoff spot in the conference playoffs, as well as maybe some more. They can clean that up from a year ago. Alvarez over to Alcantara. Left foot's one looking for Crespo. Crespo tried to settle it down, and Medgar Evers plays it over the goal line. And it'll be the corner kick for NJCU. They have all the quarters here in the first half.
The Knights, number 2, Orlando
And Alcantara will tee it
Alcantara.
up on the quarter. 4th one for the Gothic Knights of this match. 44th minute. 15 of the total 17 shots. Alcantara
1 minute
ends on
remaining in
in.
the first half.
Header, and Farrell then fired that, and a big time save by Arbison. And he'll clear away. We will not do the 45th. We'll go here 50 seconds. Digital clock running here in the first half. 44 seconds to go. Let's see if the Cougars can break through late. That one headed up by Hernandez. Space for Arias if he can track it down. He'll just let it go out of play because he had the throw in available. 30 seconds to go. The Empa, can we get a quick push? Here is last year's leading goal scorer, Ambersley, had that knocked away from him off his foot. And now let's see if NJCU can get something late. 19 seconds to go. Hernandez plays it in. Foul against Medgar Evers. 10 seconds to go.
10,
9, 8, 7, 6,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are scoreless after the first 45 here from Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field as NJCU with 14 of the 16 shots out shooting Medgar Evers 14-2. They have all 4 corners, some great chances, but we're still scoreless after the first 45. Paul Tatiselli, my producer and director, will put the stats up in your screen as we go into halftime here at Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field. Scoreless between NJCU and Medgar Evers. So we're back here with the second half as EdgeACU with 14 of the total 16 shots in that first half. Some very good
To
opportunities.
begin the second half for NJCU, the original starting lineup is on the field.
So they'll have their original starting lineup on the field for this one. Second half is where EdgeACU has really bared down on teams, and including in what against Pratt, they scored 5 times in under 7 minutes, 6 times in a span of 10:45 of the last matchup. Of course, Rob Caleb broke through in that second half, so Medgar Evers has to get their footing offensively before the Gothic Knights throw down the hammer. And if you're head coach Joe Cullen, when you're playing and really finishing teams in the second half, that's what you want to see as Codty puts it on it, headed away by Hernandez. Comes on the foot of Marshall, now pushing it out wide. Marshall, one-on-one with Niempa. Here's Burgos. Alcantara fired some nice shots in that first half, just missed over the crossbar. DePaula trying to go up, and Bai able to stop him. The DePaula gets it off a foot. Ed can't work it any further. Throw in here from Jordan Koch. Of course, at home in that 5-0 shutout, it was just a 1-goal game at the half, and then 5 second-half goals. A 4-goal check that in that second half to just blow open the game, this men's squad. So in that second half, they really get a grip of their opponents, and they'll be looking for one here. As busting out is Oysed, scooping it up. He was huge in that first half for Medgar Evers. It was big for them last game as well. He had 4 first-half saves. He'll try to keep the Cougars afloat, see if they can break through. Ambersley's going to see 3 defenders around him. He's the top guy for the Cougars. As Alcantara on the counter to DePaula. Chips it up ahead for Burgos. That went off his foot on the clearing attempt by Sam. So a throw it down for the Cougars. Trying to make it back-to-back wins. This is the 15th meeting between both of these squads. EdgeACU won last year 3-0. Shooting the Cougars 15-4. Sam pops that up, then fell down. And now breaking. Here's Burgos. Was held, but it gets it to DePaula. Couldn't get the left foot on it for the shot. Left-footed as Farrell pumps wide for Jones. Jones in the attacking third. Rod Jones looking to cross, and that one cleared out by Koch. Throw in for EdgeACU. So Jones is going to deploy it. Fires it in, headed away. Farrell trying to tee one up, and we had a handball. So it will go back to Medgar Evers here on the free kick as they try to get something going against EdgeACU. We're scoreless as the Gothic Knights trying to go to 2-0 at home on the year. Perfect 7-0 this year as that one kicked away, and a throw it down for Ron Jones and company. Looks to Ansah. Got his first collegiate goal last game alongside Gene Basados. 25 players, all of them played in that blowout against Pratt. Opportunity for Ivan Kudlay. Now Arias a chance. Left foot's one just wide. Best chance of the match for the Cougars. And that should be a goal kick for EdgeACU. Unless Kazoo had gotten a hand on it. And it looks like he did, so we will have a corner kick, the first one.
For the Cougars will be number 10, Abdul Edwards.
And Abdul Edwards will let it fly for the Cougars. The wind here whipping hard, and Edwards now to fire. Goes low with it. Good work to send it out by Marshall. Now DePaula heads it up ahead. The Epa over to Koch. Try to start on the counter again. Ambersley tries the balloon one over Kazoon, and he gets it. Best chance again. This one even better. As Kazoon almost lost his balance, able to hold on. That shot from Ambersley. And now 2 have been deployed by Medgar Evers. And here comes the counter from the Knights. Great job by the Cougars, not going to allow those long passes by the Gothic Knights. Going to have to be patient, going to have to wait for their opportunities is Farrell. Now for Burgos. Burgos starts pushing ahead. The EdGac player of the week to DePaula, he's onside. Nice breakup by Bai, and Koch able to work it out for Edwards. For Ambersley, settles it on the left foot. For Conti, with 3 points, one of the leaders in scoring, threw it off an NJCU player, and a throw-in upcoming for Medgar Evers. We're into the 60th minute of this one, still no goal scoring. 2 great chances, though, by the Cougars. But we still have no score in this one. Broken up by Farrell. Up ahead for DePaula, too far, and that will be a throw-in for Medgar Evers. So Koch will throw it in. Directions being given. Ansah pursuing. Bai sends it long. McCoonley looking for Ambersley. Comes down to Edwards from Sierra Leone. Fired that too hot for Conti. And now a throw in for Ron Jones, signaling, trying to get the guys aligned. As DePaula couldn't come to that. Ansah, nice work here on the pursuit. Good speed from Samuel. Belazar tried to clear. Ansah making it tough for him to do that. As Conti for Ambersley. The middle to Arias. He had a great chance a while ago before the header by Medgar Evers. As Marshall trying to provide some space. Hernandez. Arias broke that one up. In there to help is Fernandez. Left foot's one wide. Burgos trying to settle it down. He'll let Marshall come to it. Couldn't work it ahead, but Alcantara there to back up. O'Shea Marshall out to Fernandez. Long send. Ansah onside. Or do they give the flag up late? Finally, it comes up. So offsides on NJCU and a free kick coming up for Medgar Evers. So Oysen to let it fly. Farrell heads it back. Ansah works it to Burgos. Has DePaula. No offside flag here. DePaula in the attacking third. Edric fires right-footed. Towards the cage, headed away. And DePaula settles it down on the goal line to Burgos. Fires! That one's saved by Osen. And we will have a corner kick as the best chance of the match, the breakthrough. Burgos almost did it.
On the corner kick for the Knights, number 11, Edric DePaula.
So Edric DePaula will take the corner. We saw Burgos do that as that one settled down by Marshall. Koshade. Arias tried to pursue him. Koshade Marshall tried to work through a pair. Still does Koshade Marshall. Crosses. DePaula played it off his own man. Ansah fires that blocked.
11 and 16. 11 and 16.
Ansah, top of the 18. Try to go to Marshall. Headed up by Ambersley. Farrell leaves it for Alcantara. Played that off of Arias. That one settled down by Diempa. Now Ambersley works back. And Medgar Evers will start their attack. Great opportunity by NJCU. Still unable to break through. 17-4. They're out shooting. Medgar Evers as Koch plays it out. And it'll be a throw in for Edric DePaula. Went quick on that corner. Leaves for Ron Jones. Jones out for Fernandez. Patience is what NJCU needs. Came very close to breaking through from before. An offside flag up on Joe Burgos. So it'll be a free kick upcoming for Medgar Evers as they're inserting that back line in the right way. And NJCU just has to wait, at least on their passes, trying to jump out. And now Hoist had to kick away. Jones heads that up. Ansah working one-on-one. Goes to the middle, space. Alcantara to Burgos, settles it down top of the 18. Looking to DePaula in the attacking third. DePaula, nice move by Edric. Crosses. That one headed. Burgos leaves it. Alcantara can't tee one up. Marshall with space. Marshall, Cochade to the right foot, just wide. And it'll be a goal kick upcoming for Medgar Evers. So NJCU getting closer and closer in this one to breaking through. And obviously, if we remain scoreless, thought I'd bring it up now just because we haven't seen many chances, just few here between that could have broken through. Both teams, if they're scoreless, will play 2 10-minute OTs. But DePaula doesn't want that to happen. Connected with Burgos, keeping his footing. Burgos, physically, is he taken down? No call. Twice you could have called a potential penalty kick call. Referees let it go. And the faithful here at Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field not happy with that one. Jones to Burgos. Burgos leaves for DePaula. One-on-one with Koch. Edric, 3 defenders he draws. And take it down again by Conti. No call. Medgar Evers trying to clear Farrell. Battling with Ambersley. Farrell working on Ambersley. And a whistle. And now we have a little extra as both squads not so happy with what they've been seeing, at least physicality-wise. Officials will try to settle things down, and we'll see what happens. So officials will get things settled. Paul Tanaselli, John Kelly Jr., your producer. Chippy right now as both teams try to break through. And the calls have really, again, at the same time. If you look at soccer and you see where the pushing and shoving and the fighting between the coaches happen, a lot of that has to do with the referees just aren't making the calls. And don't always slam the referees, but when they do not really take control of the game, you start to see the issues between players that we've seen it between benches. So hopefully we see some more down the stretch. I mean, Medgar Evers getting away with one in their own penalty box. Clearly a foul and a takedown of Joe Burgos. So now here comes a JCU right back. Burgos on the attack. Out to DePaula. DePaula inside the 18 to the left foot. Trying to cross. It's blocked. Edric goes low, and that one stopped. I always said great recovery by the Medgar Evers back line. Arias trying to come to it. Cannot. Gothic Knights putting on the accelerator. That start pass off the foot of Niempa. Burgos trying to work it, then taken away by Abdul Edwards. Edwards, second with 7 shots coming into this one to Ambersley. Last year's leader in goals, puts it up. Ibrahim Kudlay, and great defense and great recovery by Fernandez. As Medgar Evers will have the throw in, they'll move up their line. As Koch to throw in. Farrell knees that to Ansah. Balloons it on up. Whistle. And that one is a foul on Alcantara. by Ambersley. Is that one fired out? No offside flag. Here's Ansah. Ansah, stay with it. Samuel trying to find space. Take it down to the penalty box. No call. That looked like a complete takedown. No call. And we have to maybe get a chance here. We'll get here the next thing, stoppage here, to look at that replay. It's Paul Taniselli will cue it up as Hoyset will punt away. Or at JCU, those are not ticky-tacky takedowns, deliberate takedowns in the box, and nothing called. Burgos, can he break through? Joe on the left foot. Koch working on him. Burgos creating space. Oh, what a nice move, and that one cleared away by but settled down, attacking third by Ron Jones. On the left foot, crosses in, and too far for Coach Shane Marshall. It will go off the flag. It should be a throw-in, or it could be a goal kick, and it'll allow it to be a throw-in. So let's look at that replay in our screen. You see Ansah battling with one-on-one. Oh, tough missed call, as clearly looked like he was taken down. Special thanks to our producer, director, Paul Taniselli, play-by-play man, John Kelly Jr., and we have a player down for Medgar Evers, so we'll step aside. 29-26 to go. You're watching NJCU MSoccer at NJCU GothicVision. That was a horrible missed call, I gotta tell you. Two. That one was the one on Burgos was deliberate. That one they missed.
Each team has a substitution for Medgar Evers. Coming in will be number 8, Rushe Nicely, replacing number 23, Kenlo Belazaire. For the Gothic Knights, now in the game, re-entering number 4, Oscar Perez, replacing number 16, Samuel Ansah.
So out of the timeout, and a handball call. So Samuel Ansah will step off. And another missed call. And officials upset. Joe Burgos pleading the officials of what's going on. And we've seen some rather questionable calls, 2 of these that were takedowns in the penalty box area. And no call, so difficult as NJCU getting somewhat frustrated. You can't blame them, but they'll get a free kick here as they try to break through for the game's first goal. That one in, and Bai able to settle down, worked out. Jones bends in, a chance for Segovia, and he was corridored off, and now a punt upcoming for Medgar Evers. That one was a shank. Called a football-type shank. But somehow Medgar Evers not affected by it. Still a scoreless game. As Segovia try to go for Coach Shane Marshall. He's still pursuing on that back line. Kicked out a play, throw in, and Hernandez will run quickly to it. Gets it back. crosses, and that went into the chest of Oibised, so he will punt away for Medgar Evers. Still scoreless. Medgar Evers hanging around 19-4 the shots in favor of NJCU. They've come close. Just waiting for that breakthrough as Burgos looking for Marshall. Marshall take it out. Burgos can't get to it. Ball spinning. By able to send long. Has a man in Abakudle, but that a nice breakup by the back line. Here is Amersley. Fires to the corner. Just missed. Goal kick. Fifth shot by Medgar Evers. Finally, Amersley getting his foot on one. The Portmore, Jamaica native. And the clock going to stop as officials just making sure everything is settled. Well, an update on the women's side. We, at halftime, had mentioned, not sure if the score had changed, 5-2. Head coach Tuesta's squad leads over Penn State Brandywine. Got a big 5-2 win against Cedar Crest by Edzi Vargas, who we had the pleasure of seeing get her 100th point a couple days ago. Coming through now with back-to-back hat tricks, as our SID Ira Thor says, playing out of her mind. Yes, that's a fair way to say it, but Rame Diouf, I really believed always, is really the difference on that team. Diouf with the other 2 goals, and now she has 3, so the score would be, if I had it right, 6-2. 6-3 is Penn State Brandywine getting 1 as well. And that women's squad, man, that is just what you want if you're head coach Tuesta. We face the likes of TCNJ, some very good opponents this year. So substitution has been made.
Yavik. He replaces number 2.
Ivan Yavik coming in. That shot, score! Burgos finally breaks through. So NJCU finally gets there first. Joe Burgos continuing his hot trend as he now has 7 goals, tops on the team, and he adds 1 here to open it up.
NJCU goal scored by number 10, Joe Burgos. His 7th of the year. Goal coming in the 64th minute.
So that goal comes in the 64th minute.
Burgos is 7th of the year in the 64th minute. Gives the Gothic Knights
Burgos,
a lead of 1-0.
Way that he's been playing, that's his now recorded a goal in 4 of his last 7 games. And that was a huge one. And finally a big one for NJCU. Now can the deluge come on, as an SAT word would say, as Koch plays that over the goal line. And we'll have a corner kick upcoming for NJCU. So Burgos continuing his ways now. Dominate. 3 goals last 2 games. Getting his 19th point, 18th and 19th point with that goal. And now right on the corner, here we roll. Rainbowed. Headed to the middle, and that went off a left foot shank. Farrell could track it down, attacking third. Lets it go out.
The assist on the NJCU goal goes to number 8, João Fernandez.
So João Fernandez getting the assist. Joe Burgos' goal. His 7th and team leading of the year. And let's go to that replay. Let's see how he got it done. Well, it all starts with that entry pass. Goes into the penalty box area, rolls it by. And that was just excellent setup there, right from the midfield. You just see it went in that way, and that's how Burgos able to break through, putting it right behind Oibised, who's been strong. And it's a 1-0 lead here for NJCU. Cannot forget, they have pounded on opponents in the second half. That's where they've jumped. Went wild on September 11th as Amersley to Arias. Can he tie? Almost. Just missed with the left foot. Gothic Knights scored 5 times in under 7 minutes, 6 times in the span of 10:45. And that 9-1 win against Pratt. Let's see if they have an explosion here. Already in front, 1-0. Joe Burgos, his team-leading 7th goal of the year. What has been making it happen? Kazoon. That went over a pair of heads. Foul against Medgar Evers. So it'll be a free kick as Fernandez on that assist to take it. Try to get another one. An insurance goal would be huge. There would be an unfortunate bounce. Several players. Farrell chips and looking for DePaula. Couldn't get to it. It will be a goal kick upcoming for NJCU. Hammersley working that further. Oscar Perez to DePaula. DePaula being watched by Koch. His one-on-one play, that will draw several defenders. Perez, would have had a nice chip as he was looking for Burgos. Love what we see out of Perez. Very creative player on this squad. And a throw it upcoming here for NJCU. That would set away. Can Medgar Evers respond? Burgos getting the big goal for NJCU. Finally breaking through. And now Perez. Perez with space. Thought he would have shot it to the left foot. Perez just put it over the cage. He had an open right pocket. Put too much spice on it. And we will have a goal kick upcoming. Hey, let's take a look at that. With Perez, there's a goal kick coming. Oiva said. Get to that replay on him in a minute, as Oibizet will send it away. Farrell settles down. Up to DePaula. Gets by Koch. DePaula, nice spin move. And he got clipped right inside of his knee. So we'll see how he's doing. We'll take a stop there to make sure he's okay. Let's go to the replay. Look at that, firing it over the cage. Perez had that on the right foot, couldn't handle it. Oh, man, he put some spice on it. And clock will be stopped. They'll tend to Edric DePaula. We hope he's okay. And we'll be back after this as NJCU leads 1-0 over Medgar Evers, 21:48 to go in this match.
Now in the game for the Gothic Knights, number 19, Edgar Crespo. Placing number 11, Edric DePaula.
So we hope DePaula's okay. Edgar Crespo will come in as NJCU leads 1-0. Joe Burgos, EdJack Player of the Week, first ever position player to get National Player of the Week. He was named it as the women were taking on their opponent here at home earlier this week. Second player overall in school history to get that honor. And he gets the big goal.
Returning to the game for Medgar Evers will be number 2, Hassan Niampa.
NJCU ahead.
And he replaces number 24, Ayode Ibikuni.
Coming in the nick of time. And in the 63rd minute, as Jerio Fernandez with the assist on that one. And here's Burgos looking for 2. Nice cross. Crespo thought about the shot. Delayed a little bit, had some space. Perez tried to track it down as the Epe will take it away from him. On the foot of Rod Jones into the middle to Alcantara. To Rod Jones, pumps it out wide, and Fernandez will restart it. It was very similar in this side of the field where the first goal was started for NJCU. Marshall. Try to work by. And say he's offside. No, actually they'll say foul. Foul on Medgar Evers 17. Free kick for NJCU. 22-6 out shooting. Medgar Evers dominated 6 of the 7 quarters. 15th meeting between both of these squads. So that's a 75-9 goal difference. NJCU is held over Medgar Evers. And Alcantara on the free kick from the attacking third to bend it on in. Brings it in. Headed up by Ambersley. Burgos rolls it. That one blocked. O'Shea Marshall trying to get to it. And that one sent away by Abdul Edwards. Where Hernandez works it up to the foot of Alcantara. Couldn't handle. He gets it over to Segovia. That push. Now Alcantara fires left-footed low, and that into the mitts of Oibazed, who will send it away as his team down 1-0. He can really punt it. Those long kicks really help set up that front line with Ambersley, as Perez able to take it away from Niempa, and he'll throw it for Medgar Evers. Still plenty of time for the Cougars to tie. Try to go by Jones, puts it off him, gets a quick throw in. Burgos coming to it. The Impa threw him down, foul on Medgar Evers. Now up to Hernandez. Going down the right wing for Marshall. Settled down by Sam. Kicked it out. Throw it upcoming. We're at JCU, and we will have another substitution coming in. Probably see some more action here from Kevin Alvarez.
Substitution for NJCU. Returning is number 23, Kevin Alvarez.
As Kevin Alvarez will come back
number
in.
32, Ryan Farrell.
So Ryan Farrell is who he will check in for. Alvarez battling on the goal line, goes out of play, and they will give a goal kick up for Medgar Evers.
Update in women's soccer, the Gothic Knights leading Penn State Brandywine in the 80th minute, 6-3.
6-3, still the score. So women's soccer, they beat a very good Cedar Crest team who had a program-defining season last year. They beat them 5-2 by Anze Vargas, back-to-back games with hat tricks. Actually make that 3 straight if you count the game we had here earlier in the week against College of Mount St. Vincent as a Medgar Evers player down. As NJCU up 1-0, injury timeout. Hopefully Ambersley's okay. We'll step aside. Yeah, she had 3 against CSMV, 3 against Cedar Crest, and 3 today, right? Oh, yeah, it's crazy. That's insane. She's ridiculous. I'll tell you with that, Arame helps her out. You have a lot more space there. Right, exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Well, that will help. It should help you in conference play this year, too, that you have 2 players like that. It's going to help you.
Substitution for Medgar Evers. Returning is number 23, Kenlo Belazaire. He replaces number 7, Daryl Ambersley.
So Ambersley will step off. Hopefully he's okay. As Conti, again, Cougars just down 1-0. If NJCU could get one more goal, that would make things more comfortable. They've dominated this one. Segovia up for Crespo. Nice job to settle it down. Right into the middle. Excellent ball. Marshall up ahead to Oscar Perez. And the ball will settle down in the attacking third. Insurance goal looked for. Going. Alvarez fires, save. Rebound for Crespo. Puts it home. And NJCU extends their lead to 2-0.
That's unassisted, Jim, right? That's unassisted, right?
The assist to number 23, Kevin Alvarez.
So Kevin Alvarez
Coming in the
getting
74th minute.
Edgar Crespo's third goal of the year, and that was the insurance the Gothic Knights needed in this one. And what a great setup again, all coming from the midfield on both of these goals. It's an excellent ball put up, released behind the midfield stripe or right in front of it, and it sets up this offense in 2 goals, and now NJCU trying to impose their will, get one more. But that one, a huge insurance goal, this one, as Edgar Crespo, he came off a goal last game, so make that 2 now for him in back-to-back games total, a goal at each game, and he gets his 3rd of the year.
The reason you get an assist is because the shot created the opportunity. Rebound the shot.
So stolen by Burgos. Burgos looked like he almost got bugged there, stopping. Burgos with the game winner, and he gets contacted by Abdul Edwards, foul against him. So if the score stands, Burgos will lead the team with 2 game-winning goals. And let's look at that replay on that goal by Crespo, his 3rd of the year. Easy, fat rebound, stays under it, drives it low like you're taught. Thank you, our producer, Paul Tanaselli. And he makes it 2-0 here in favor of the Gothic Knights. That one went off a Medgar Evers player onto goaltender Carl Henry Iverson, and he works it back up. Could really punt this ball up for Medgar Evers as Niempa. That one settled down by Conti. Burgos able to get away. Gets it out wide for Oscar Perez. This is how they set up the attack earlier. Try to go to Crespo. He'd like 2 in this one. Settled down by Nicely. Crespo gets whistled for fouling from behind. So be a free kick. Referee didn't stop the clock, just whistling. Trying to control everything. As 14:55 remains. So Edgar Crespo providing some space in this one. Both him and Burgos scoring in the second half. And NJCU wants more. Jones takes it himself into the middle for Crespo. Across now for Marshall in the attacking third. Cochane. 19 yards out to Burgos. Looking to Perez too far. Arias now beginning the counter. As Edwards going long for Bai. Kazoon able to send it away near side. Smart defense. And great work at the goal. Throw in for Medgar Evers. Just 14:15 remains. As some fans thought that was offside. I guess that's what the call was, so it will be a free kick for NJCU. Next matchup for them will be Monday. College of Mount St. Vincent from the Skyline will come in. Derek Cordova, and a very experienced goaltender for the Dolphins. Going to challenge this NJCU squad. NJCU went bonkers on College of Mount St. Vincent in the opener last year. Theo Sano had a hat trick in that game, getting him Conference Player of the Week right out of the gate. Burgos works it on ahead to Marshall. Back to Burgos. Burgos take it down. Was that inside the 18? We know we'll have either a free kick as clock to be stopped. So see what the officials whistle. So we'll have a free kick upcoming. And we should have a card as well.
Who got the yellow?
As we'll have a free kick. We'll see who the yellow card is on.
Your attention, please. A yellow card has been issued to Medgar Evers, number 21.
So Medgar Evers
Papa Sam
getting
in the
a
76th minute.
yellow card, 76th minute from Sam. So Burgos on the free kick, already with the game winner, would like to with this one. Scored 4 goals total last week. And here's Burgos going low, that blocked. Out to Perez, sets back up to Burgos. Alcantara and him try to play a little catch. Good pursuit by Niemba. As Hernandez over to Burgos, to Alvarez with an assist on that goal by Edgar Crespo. Left foot's one. Wide for Jones, settles it down. Perez there to back him up. Jones, Perez, top of the 18, fires over the cage. Oh, man. Oscar, 2 great opportunities. That one just over the bar. And a
substitution for NJCU. Returning to the game will be number 32.
NJCU.
Ryan Farrell replacing.
So Ryan Farrell to come
your
back
Division
in.
3 National Player of the Week, number 10,
And he will
Joe
replace
Burgos.
Division 3 National Player of the Week, Joe Burgos. Second Gothic Knight to ever win that award. First ever field player to take it home. Of course, Tyler Grachowski was the program's first ever winner when he was the goalkeeper back in 2014. And also Ed Jack Player of the Week. It's been an award-winning weekend that he's provided. Burgos, the game-winning goal, if it holds, got the first one here in the second half after we were scoreless. Crespo with the insurance, and the Gothic Knights not finish. Here's Ron Jones. Out to Cochade Marshall in the attacking third. Cochade having his jersey held. Looking to Crespo, and that one left kicked away by Sam. Hernandez now to Alcantara. Bends it, looking for Alvarez, that headed over the net by Sam. Corner kick coming the way of NJCU. So look to add to a 2-0 advantage. In the 7th quarter kick, as we'll have another substitution upcoming. 78th minute, we'll have a corner.
Gothic Knight corner kick number 2, Orlando Alcantara.
And Alcantara with the corner kick. Alcantara was a player who had 17 games started last year. 2 shots last game. Came close to breaking through in that first half. As he rainbows it in, official whistled, so we'll redo it again.
Substitutions for the Gothic Knights. Into the game, number 16, Samuel Ansa.
So Samuel Ansa will come back
Oscar
in.
Perez.
Coming
and
for
number
Oscar
29,
Perez.
Rob Kella, replacing number 19,
And Rob Kayla
Edgar
will come
Crespo.
back in. As Edgar Crespo will step off. So Crespo comes out. Alcantara, that one eaten up by
Substitution for
Orbison.
Medgar Evers. Into the game is number 25, Oladeo Akindi,
No
replacing
chance
number
here
23,
for Vi.
Ken
And he gets a
Lopez
chance
there.
top of the 18. Great recovery by Fernandez. Now Arias to the left foot. Top of the 18. Fires in that save by Kazun. So still a clean sheet. He had 2 shutouts to open this season. Just 2 goals allowed just so far. Goaltending back line been excellent. NJCU inching closer and closer to an 8-0 start. As a long toss for Ansa, can't track it down. Koch will throw it in as Medgar Evers has to go right now. Marshall. Out for Farrell. Alcantara. Kayla is on as well. Came in on a substitution as offside is whistled. Kayla had a goal, 2 shots on goal in that 9-1 win against Pratt. He opened it up in the second half scoring. Part of a deluge of goals with his NJCU squad in that second half. We get 2 in the second half here after we were tied at 0. And Kayla looking for more. Had it broken up. Great job there to recover by Nicely. Now out to Niemba. As we'll have another substitution. Far side of the field. You saw it before in your screen. Coming in for NJCU. Jones in the attacking third. Jones gets by on the left foot. Jones crosses. Marshall! Did it go in? Yes, they said it did. Hit the post, went over the line. We're not sure if it went in, but it did. So Ron Jones with an assist. And O'Shea Marshall getting his second goal of the year. And that is the dagger, folks. With 9:33 to go, as it is now 3-0 in favor of NJCU.
Assisted by number 6, Ron Jones.
So Jones coming through with the assist.
Coming in the 81st minute.
Goal of the 81st minute. Let's look at that replay.
Jones and the Gothic Knights lead.
As it'll come to your screen, 3-0. So all 3 goals in the second half. Look at Ron Jones. Look at the creativity right there. Right to Marshall. Buries it. Gets it inside that post in the pocket. Couldn't see it from here. That's why I delayed. But it is a goal for Coach Shade Marshall. His second of the season. The man with 6 siblings who was born in Jamaica.
After the goal. Assist for NJCU. Entering the game, number 28.
And Rod Jones picking up the assist. His second of the season. 4th point for Rod Jones. As he had the game winner, that win against St. Joe's Long Island.
And number 21.
And he wanted to make sure for your substitute. He got a point in.
23,
and he did.
And
now 9:05 to go, and NJCU comfortably in front here, 3-0. As they score 3 second-half goals. And they're not finished. Here's Angelo Romano crossing. Insa! Oh, what a save! I always said, as we had Romano with us, he was my producer-director in the women's win against College of Mount St. Vincent. As the Ebba try to break this shutout. And Segovia going wide, and Hernandez. The right wing for Ansa. Marshall scored before. Here's Kayla. Marshall looking for 2. Koshade. Nice feed. Ansa cannot finish. And he was taken down to the penalty box area. That should be a penalty kick. Clock will stop with 8:18 to go. So we will have a penalty kick. And finally the officials get it. Ansa will take it. Samuel got his first collegiate goal last game. Also provided an assist. A 4-year player from Newark Tech High School trying to bury his second collegiate goal. Ansa. Save! Oh, what a robbery! By Huevesen. What a robbery. So we'll have a goal kick. Clock will start. And you got to like the effort put out here by Carl Henry in net. Great save on a penalty kick by Ansa. And now a quarter for NJCU.
Into the game for the Knights, number 12, Mateo Igas, replacing number 7, Coshane Marshall.
So Mateo Igas will come in. Coshane Marshall getting a goal. He will come off. Bent in, headed around. Kayla could get to it. And take it down Ansa again. As Kayla in the attacking third. 7:32 to go. Jones crosses. Header! Not wide. And goes over the goal line. And Medgar Evers should have goal kick. But no, they're actually going to give it a corner. And there, look at that save by great camera work. And Carl Henry said, what a save. And a great angle by our camera guy downstairs. As Ansa with a penalty kick opportunity was looking for his second collegiate goal. And he was denied it as corner kick upcoming for NJCU. Rainbow did. Headed up in the air. Kayla whiffed at that one, trying to bicycle kick it out of the air. Ansa. He tries to cross it. That almost went in. Out comes the goaltender, and he takes out an NJCU player in the attacking third, so we'll have a foul. And official here will take care of all that. Free kick for NJCU. Like we said, with 8 saves today, he's allowed 2 goals, 28 shots for NJCU. We had approached there at the 78th minute. So Rod Jones will take this free kick in the 83rd minute. 31-7 at JCU is outshot Medgar Evers. 9 of the 10 total corners. And clock got to stop as looks like and so it looks like our goaltender will have a sub. We'll take a break here as EdJCU winding this one down as they're up 3-0. 6:08 to go here on EdJCU Gothic Vision. Notre Dame interception return. Kyle Hamilton, that freshman from Atlanta, he took it 32 yards. They need all the help they can get before Georgia kills them. We were at Casida, all the SEC people were like, they're going to get killed. Yeah, I watched Georgia week 1. I'm like, this isn't going to be good for us. And then I'm like, who's this guy? Omar Cook. Who's this guy? He's a freshman? Uh-oh, we're in trouble. At least we have a secondary, though. They're going to rip my heart out next week. They're going to stuff the run next week, and they're going to lose that game. The Bucs could do something stupid, guaranteed. Notre Dame's problem never used to be the offense. It's always one or the other. All right, we added this good. So everything's okay with Carl Henry. So we will have a free kick. That one denied. Nice job by Carl Henry getting up after he was shaken up. He has battled hard. 8 saves for Medgar Evers in net. He's kept them alive as 3 second-half goals. Burgos started the scoring. Crespo and then Koshade Marshall all scoring all of the second half as the clock now showing 5:40 to go in this one. So EdJCU going to move to 8-0, go to 7-0. Fernandez heads that, Kazoo taking it up. So they were looking to go 7-0. First time. Going to go 7-0 for the second time in 4 years. And inches away from doing it. Got 3 second-half goals. And Monday, if they're able to get the win against College of Mount St. Vincent, that would be the best start in program history. Romano trying to get on the score sheet. Crosses, settled down. Ansot looking to tee one up. Take it down to the penalty box area. And he should get a second penalty kick opportunity. Clock will stop with 4:48 to go. So they had a chance to be 7-0 for the second time in 4 years. And could be the best program start if they beat College of Mount St. Vincent. They take on an experienced Dolphin squad returning from last year. And Ansel was denied first.
Number 16,
we'll keep our camera angle here. When it was here last time, Ansel was denied. Trying to make it 2 goals on the year. Can Oibisset make it 2 for 2 on him defensively? Sam Ansel trying to win this duel. And he does! As Oibisset got a piece of it, but it went behind him. And that is the 4th EdJCU goal, second of the year for Samuel Ansel. So EdJCU on their second penalty kick opportunity gets one and continuing to add to their lead.
86th onto his second of the year. The Gothic Knights
scoring in the 86th minute, and it is a 4-0 game. So the 7-0 start happened for the second time in 4 years. A chance for a program record-setting start if they were to beat College of Mount St. Vincent. All goals coming in the second half, and that is pretty impressive. Again, they beat Yeshiva in their home opener, 4 second-half goals. They went wild in the second half on Pratt. And they posed their will on Medgar Evers. Burgos will get the game-winning goal. Crespo gave some insurance. Koshade Marshall scoring. And then on the penalty kick, Samuel Ansot in second attempt.
Medgar Evers now in the game, number 13.
Able to make it 4-0.
St. Aloy. And number 6, Glenn Achampa.
Stanley St. Aloy will check in. So some players coming in for Medgar Evers as 4:24 to go. Out to Rod Jones. Romano to Jones. Jones take it down, top of the 18. Foul, so a free kick upcoming. So foul on Pampa Sam. Egas in the attacking third. Egas. Kayla trying to get to the right foot. Looking further, and it was cleared by Medgar Evers. Settled down Hernandez to Ansaw. Ansaw, top of the 18, try to go across. That one broken up by Nicely. And foul on NJCU. So sitting right now in the 87th minute. As Kayla almost got a nice breakup. Jones. Try to go for Ansaw. That read nicely. Sandoval going long for Romano. Can he track it down? Yes, he can. Romano looking around. Curls it in. And cleared by the Cougars. Sandoval had that broken up by Conti. Fires it up ahead on the foot of Fernandez. That one headed hard. He kicked it right off the face of St. Aloy. And it comes to Kazoon as we're closing it on the 88th minute. And St. Aloy wants to look things over. So we will have the broadcast on Monday, 4 o'clock. College of Mount St. Vincent coming in. And then NJC will go on the road, take on Farmingdale State before coming home for 2 against Ramapo and Cairn. Cairn, of course, coming off another program-defining season. It'll be a tough out-of-conference game. Men trying to defeat Ramapo beforehand. As that one worked up to Egas. Nice feed by Jones, and great recovery on the back end by Nicely. Now Kayla across the Ansaw, looking for 2, no dice. As Vasa check, and that actually will be credited as a shot. Able to break that up and block that shot. Kayla over to Ansaw. To Egas, nice ball. Sandoval fires, and that one will be saved by Oibased. So Yao has, we had at one point 11 saves, and he still has that. What a nice double-digit save performance, as it won't work out for Medgar Evers today, coming off their first shutout since 2017 against York. And NJCU again imposing their will in the second half. That's where they have found their footing and put opponents away. Did it against Pratt on September 11th. Did it here Friday ago against Yeshiva with 4 second-half goals, and they get 4 in this one as we're about to close in on the 90th minute.
1
in the
minute
89,
remaining
50,
in the second half.
9 seconds
1
to
minute.
go. 53 seconds to go. So NJCU going to move to 7-0 overall for the second time in 4 years. Getting 4 different goal scorers as 42 seconds to go. Burgos will get his second game winner. That's tops on the team. Edgar Crespo with the insurance. And how about a little more? Egas chips it, save. 12th save for Oibased. Koshe Marshall and Samuel Ansaw on the goals. Ansaw's a penalty kick on his second attempt, as that will now be the 34th shot, 17 seconds to go. So NJCU going to take this one by the final of 4-0, 7-0, second time in 4 years. They're going to get to
10,
that.
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for the second time in 4 years,
And your final
the Gothic
score,
Knights of
New
NJCU
Jersey
are
City
7-0,
and Medgar Evers
and with a
College
chance here on
0.
Monday to
with the win, the
get
Gothic
the
Knights
program's best start on Monday at
have
8-0
tied
as
the
they go to
single-season
7-0.
record
They tie their
for the most
single-season record for most
wins
consecutive
to
wins
open
to
a
start a
season,
season,
as they're now
and have a chance there to set a new
7-0
program mark
on
on
the year
Monday
with the defeat
as they defeat
Medgar Evers
Medgar
drops
Evers
to
by a
1-4
final of 4
overall.
0-0 here on Saturday afternoon. So your final stats in this one: 36-7. NJCU outshot Medgar Evers. 60 to those 36 shots coming on goal. Dominated the 9 out of 10 corners. 4 goals in this one. As Burgos in the game winner. Crespo able to notch a goal and saw the penalty kick for the 4th, and Marshall getting his second goal, which was the 3rd, and as the finals. 13 saves from Oibison, and Kazoud with 3 saves as NJCU wins in this one 4-0 over Medgar Evers, tying a single-season mark for consecutive wins to start a season, and they can get a new program mark on Monday. We'll have the call as they'll be taking on Mount St. Vincent. Want to give a special thanks to Ira Thor, our SID, who always gets us prepared. For my producer, director, Paul Tanaselli, I'm John Kelly Jr. As this one's over, NJCU wins 4-0 over Medgar Evers.